Kate. Thank you, Kate. I'll start again. Welcome to the Unicorn Pitch event today from Accra, Ghana. It's quite rainy outside today, typically a sunny place to be, but today is quite rainy and quite cool. I'll go through the agenda and then we'll start off with introductions of the judges. So we've gone through registration and sorting out problems and so on. And so we will introduce the judges, and then each will have a minute to introduce themselves, what they do, their function, and then possibly why they're here. And then we'll start with the pitch session straight afterwards. Each founder will have 3 minutes for a pitch, and then another 3 to 5 minutes for questions, comments, and suggestions by the judges. After the pitches, the judges will do the voting, and the winners will be announced, and then we'll proceed to do a networking session for a little time. So without further ado, I open the floor to the judges to introduce themselves. So maybe let me start with Dolapo Oni, if you can introduce yourself and tell us what you do and why you're here. Dolapo Oni, can you hear me? Okay, so I'll move on to Sarah Basimera then. Is Sarah there? Sarah, can you hear us at all? You're
oh yes, mute. Hi, I can hear you. Sorry, I was on mute. Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My name is Sarah Basimera. In Uganda, East Africa. I'm the founder Rising Up the Foundation. We are a social enterprise that is dealing in access to sustainable energy for vulnerable communities. We focus on energy access for both the Ugandans and also the refugee communities. I'm here today to support the process, support the entrepreneurs that are pitching, and I wish everybody all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Anyone else ready to step to the stage? Kevin.
Hello everyone. Always excited to be here, just to know what our continent is doing when it comes to ecosystem, when it comes to building and solving our problems using technology. So I'm excited. All I can tell the startups is that go straight to the point, talk about the most important thing that investors want you to hear quickly so that you don't get cut of time, and make sure that you can give room for investors to be able to ask you the questions. My name is Kevin. I am the CEO of Startup. I'm also a partner for South Africa for Startup.network. We help entrepreneurs to be investment ready and connect them to investors. We also run events. We just launched the Africa Startup Ecosystem Builder Summit and awards, where we connect with ecosystem builders across the continent for us to be able to sit together, have a conversation, and see a better way of how we can help entrepreneurs or create a conducive environment for startups across the continent. That will be it for me. I look forward to talking with you again.
Brilliant. Thank you, Kevin. Can we go on to Edward Otu? Edward, you're on mute.
Yes. Yes.
We can hear you now.
Good morning, good afternoon. just okay, nutshell businessman of what, 25, 26 years, and looking to help be part of an ecosystem and help startups shape themselves up for businessmen like me to invest in. And at least my ethos is let Africans help themselves. We should grow our own thing here. In a nutshell, that's what I'm here for. Have a nice day, everybody. I hope.
Brilliant. Thank you, Edward.
All right.
We still have a few more. Janko Vanka.
Hi,
Jago
hi,
Vanka,
Ian.
sorry.
Hi,
excuse me.
Ian. Hi. No worries.
Jago.
It's Gaio for you because
Gaio.
you haven't had any opportunity to hear what generally my name is pronounced. Nevertheless, it's Gaio from. It's a short of Gabriel, of Saint Gabriel. It was a nickname
Brilliant.
of my granddad. Nevertheless, I come from Belgrade, and this is not my first time to be acquainted with the African startup ecosystem. I already met McKevin through his events, and I'm looking forward to the ones that you are organized and to learn about this beautiful 8 startups that are going to pitch to today's event. Nevertheless, for the ones who haven't met me, my name is Gaio. I come from Belgrade. I generally represent a group of investors who come from the Southeast Europe, and they operate buying businesses, selling businesses, and investing their portfolio to start interesting startup ecosystem in Serbia, in Montenegro, and generally anywhere in the world where they can diversify their value. I come with a finance background, so I have more than 20 years of experience in financial management and administration, as well as operations management within startups, SME and SMB organizations. And I also led many smaller companies into their developing and technology endeavor, also leading a manufacturing companies through the years, applying various financial and operational performance analysis in order to optimize their business. And of course, international tax credits, as well as I have vast experience in establishing and operating subsidiaries and branches in the region of Southeast Europe. So currently I'm CFO of Fashion Union LLC, which is a leading clothing manufacturer specialized in the production of light knitwear. In parallel, during the last 2 years, I served as a chief operating officer of AimCube Limited. That is a UK-based fintech startup enterprise, and we are also passing the phase of post-seed investment, and now we are in the Series A. So I'm always keen to learn about new startups and where I can be a potential investor, and as well as to advise a small group of investors from the Southeast Europe to smartly invest. So I'm looking forward to today's pitching. And guys, if you have any question regarding what I do and how I can be of support to you, please connect. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayo. That was comprehensive. Folks, just to let you know, if you want to use the chat function to reach out to any of these people, go ahead and do so, or talk to everyone within this space. We'll move on now to Taiwo Obasan. Taiwo, you're on mute, so if you can unmute yourself and give us an introduction, please.
Hi, everyone. I believe everyone can hear me. Hi, good morning from my side here. My name is I'm a co-founder that was recently acquired, and also from time to time I work with traditional companies to digitize their processes and to automate their processes and automate and digitize their operations. Right, so I'm a digitization expert, Currently working with a couple of microfinance banks here in Nigeria, trying to move them digital, while I'm also the Chief Digital Officer at Rich Oak Group, which is a real estate group in Nigeria, and currently working as the board advisor of of Creditil, which is a credit scoring firm based out of Washington. So that's me. I'm looking forward to hearing new ideas. I'm looking to this session, right? Seeing startups, what we can do, and also maybe what I can do to help these startups to acquisition. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Taiwo. So without further ado, we'll start with the pitch session. Now, in no particular order, I'm going to start with Shopper. And then if we can have Shopper Frank Adai, I guess.
Yes.
If you can unmute yourself and get your camera on. I'm just going to get myself off here so you can get on. Excellent. We can see your screen right there.
Okay. I hope you can hear me too.
Yes, we can.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. My name is Frank. I'm a co-founder of Shopper. Shopper is a B2B e-commerce and finance embedded platform for mom and pop shops. There's a huge informational gap between manufacturers of fast-moving consumer goods and mom and pop shops. Thus, manufacturers are unable to track how their products are performing in the market beyond the distributor point. Hence, they end up spending up to 10% of their annual revenue on research. On the other hand, this mom and pop shop also have to go through a tedious process to be able to restock their shop. This involves incurring extra costs on transportation to go to the market, and also not being able to access credit facilities to run their business. Our platform Shopper allows these mom and pop shops to be able to order items from suppliers at the lowest cost and have it delivered to their shop within 4 hours. We also give them access to credit through our buy now and pay later option, and also data analytics for manufacturers where they get to see relevant insights into how their product is performing in the market. In under 1 year, we've grown from 0 customers to over 3,000 customers with over 1,500 active customers and accelerating our GMV growth 30% month on month. We ended March with a total GMV of $103,000. We are chasing a $60 billion opportunity on the African continent. However, this industry has attracted a few players. But Shopper stands out by offering the fastest delivery on the continent within 1 to 4 hours. And then also we give our customers the flexibility to be able to order with as little as $10. And also we still provide our customers with the cheapest loan the loan at the cheapest interest rate, and also great customer experience. We make money as a business by adding 10% margins on all products listed on our platform. And also we make 10% margins, 10% commissions on interest on loan charge to our customers. We are in the process of ending 2022 with a total revenue of $310,000, and we project to hit our revenue target of 15 million by 2025. We've been able to reduce our customer acquisition cost from $3 to $2. This shows how efficient we have been over the past 1 year. Now, some of the services that we are going to introduce in the coming years is a payments infrastructure in the informal retail space, since that space has been marginalized. Also where we monetize our data analytics component, and also in inventory management system for informal retailers and wholesalers. The team behind Shopper are individuals with diverse skills in product sales and distribution. Our CEO, Yuri Shekap, used to work for Guinness as a sales manager in Cameroon. He has also worked as a relationship officer for a microfinance institution. I have over 4 years experience working as CFO for a couple of startups, also co-founded a couple of startups, and used to work as an analyst for Anan Capital Partners, where I facilitated the launch of Maxim in Ghana. And our CTO, Michael Hammond, also has 4 years experience building enterprise software. He's also worked with multinationals like Vodafone. So this team is actually digitizing the informal retail space in Ghana and beyond. We are backed by our amazing investors and partners. So our pre-seed investor, the Mest Water Foundation, and also we raised a grant from Google through the Google Blast Funders Fund and Catalyst Fund through their digital commerce program. We are currently fundraising, and I'll be happy to share that information backdoor. And I'll be at this point, thank you very much for listening to my short presentation, and I'll be happy to take questions.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Any questions? I think Gaio has raised his hand. Gaio, would you like to go ahead and ask your question?
Thank you, Ian. Gladly. Frank, really nice presentation, on time, a lot of details that concerns investors and can easy our job as judges to do. And what I can say from your perspective is that you really have a strong initiative to succeed with your project, and the revenue that you achieved for such a short period of time shows that you're doing a good job. Would like to know a bit more about your target market in terms from the ones that you already mentioned. Are you planning to globally expand? And would you be kind to elaborate more about how you came up to your financial forecast? Additionally, after you answer these questions, would like to know about your direct and indirect competition. Could you be kind to tell us a bit more what differentiates you among your competitors as well? So thank you very much.
All right, sure. Thank you very much. So with our current market, we are currently based in the Ghanaian market. So our target customers are informal grocery shops. So grocery shops in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So we are looking at from very small shops to the larger shops. Those are our target customers. We're also targeting manufacturers of fast-moving consumer goods as well. In terms of expanding, we are also planning. So the whole purpose of fundraising is to actually fundraise and then scale to other markets like the Francophone region. So we are planning to enter Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso. One of our co-founder is actually from the Francophone region. We're tapping his experience to expand into that market as well. In terms of our revenue forecast, so like I mentioned, we have the GMV, which is the total transactions that we make on our platform. And also out of that, we make some margins on the GMV. So as it stands now, we make up to 10% on our total GMV. And then we are also making 10% commission. So with the GMV, some customers take loan, others also pay on cash. So that is what went into the projection. We ended last quarter with close to $30,000 in revenue, not GMV. So that was what our gross margin in March, for example. So that is that about that. And then also how it's going to grow is that we are introducing new services such as so we want to run the credit ourselves. Currently, we've partnered with a third-party possessor in Kenya that gives the credit to our customers. So we want to run the credit from our balance sheet. So that is what is going to mean that we'll be entitled to all that revenue that comes from that as well. In terms of global expansion, so the whole strategy is that once we are able to fully build our data analytics component into a software, we'll be able to scale to other parts of the world with the technology. Yeah, so that is what I would say on that. I don't know if I've answered all your questions.
Just about direct competition, you know.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Ones that was in the region and ones that could be potentially your competitors on a global level.
All right, sure. So currently, so I'll take from the Africa and then I'll come to Ghana in the global level. In Africa, our direct competitors would be Soko Watch, would be Shari in Morocco, and would also be Trade Depot in Nigeria. In Ghana, there's Boost Technology. So Boost is also running a similar model. So these are more like, I wouldn't say they are doing exactly what we are doing, but we are trying to solve the same problem. But it's just the approach that actually differs. Our main direct competitors would be the wholesalers in the market and the distributors in the market, where these retailers have to go to, right? So they are our potential competitors. But what we are doing is that we want to bring them quickly under our platform, where we build an inventory management system for them to be able to source goods from the manufacturers as well, so that in that aspect, we capture the competition as well. So that is that. But how we stand out from all these guys, so when you take Trade Depot, when you take Alezo, when you take Soko Watch, how we stand out is that, one, I'll talk about the delivery time. So we deliver goods between 1 to 4 hours, but our competitors are doing 24 hours to 48 hours, which makes the experience quite longer. And also the other thing is that in terms of flexibility, we allow our customers to buy in bits. So that is that when you pick a whole box of an item, the customer is able to buy a unit out of the items, but then our competitors are not doing that. That is why we are able to deliver goods as low as $10. But then Trade Depot and the likes, and even Boost Technology, you have to order at a higher volume for them to be able to deliver to you. So that is how we currently stand out from the competition.
Thank you, Frank, for your thorough answer and encompassing all the questions I had. Really like what I heard, and I wish you all the best in the future endeavor.
Thank you very much, Gaio.
You're welcome.
So Frank, sorry,
Kevin, no, it's okay,
Kevin,
it's all right.
please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I think that was a really, really great presentation and a great product. I just need to know, tell me a little bit about your team.
Okay, so we are made of we are 3 co-founders. Yurik is from Cameroon, so Yurik is our CEO. Michael is a Ghanaian. I'm also a Ghanaian. So we met at the Meltwater Entrepreneurial School of Technology, more like an accelerator program. So we realized that we had similar vision. We wanted to solve the same problem. So we just came together to build Shopper. So we leverage on the experiences from all the founders. So like I mentioned, Yurik used to work as a sales manager in Guinness, where he was in charge of distribution to the retailers and then the wholesalers. But that one was on the alcoholic industry, since Guinness is mainly focused on the alcohol. So we leverage on his experience from that side, and then also Michael's experience from building technology. So Michael actually single-handedly built our product from scratch to what it is now. And then I also, I used to work as an analyst for Anan Capital Partners, a private equity firm here in Ghana. But before that, I've founded a couple of startups before, which failed woefully. But then I leverage on those experiences to translate into what we are currently building. Aside the founders, we also have a total team size of, we have about 33 employees. So I wouldn't call them employees, I call them a team, because they are also helping to drive the vision. So we are totally a team of 37.
All right, thank you. That's
Brilliant. Thank you. So we'll end it here for Shopper. Next, Frank, thanks so much. I wish you all the best with this competition. This is a good start. So we'll move on to the next company, Mesek. Oh, sorry, Mesek Medi.
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Excellent. So let's see. Good, you've got your camera on.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. So, hope you can see my screen now.
No, we can't. We can see you, but we can't see your screen.
Hello?
Unfortunately, I can't understand what's happening now.
Okay, let's give you 1 more minute. Otherwise, we can move on to the next person and come back to you afterwards. The next,
Yes.
sorry, company.
Yes,
Would
please.
you like to do that?
Yes, please, please. Thank you very much.
Excellent. That's fine. Who's number 3? All right, I don't see number 3, so let's move to number 4, Etonam Fianu Vija.
Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm sharing my screen now.
Excellent. Yes, we can see you, Etonam.
Okay.
So what's your company name?
Speaker.
Speaker. Excellent. Yes. Okay. We saw your screen has just gone off. It's loaded now. Excellent.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
All right. A third of all languages in the world are spoken in Africa. Nigeria, for example, has over 500 languages compared to bigger Western nations with just a few. This means that multilingualism is not a luxury or hobby for Africans. It's an indispensable tool for doing business and getting around. Unfortunately, after an average of 9 years of studying a second foreign language, learners don't get to conversational fluency. And experts also agree that the average language app user can't get past basic phrases using them. So Africans don't have an effective solution for getting to conversational fluency in new languages. Now, if you're an African or you're in Africa and you wanted to learn a new language, here are the alternatives. So we have language schools like Alliance Française that are generally impractical, expensive, and time-consuming for most people. And we also have our traditional schools where the approach is mechanical and rule-based and really boring. And we also have language apps that adopt gamification, so they are really fun, but are largely ineffective. Raise your hand if you've used Duolingo, but still can't speak the target language. That's many of you. And there's also Speaker, where we are combining the best of all worlds to give the language learner an enriching experience by keeping human teachers at the center of the learning. You may be wondering how Speaker works. So there are 3 components. So first, you meet your tutor online for lessons. And 2, we organize for you a wide range of engaging activities in our learning management system to get you practicing. And lastly, we connect you to a community of native speakers and learners to practice with. And all these get you to conversational fluency affordably. Since incorporation in July of 2020, we have so far made over $61,000 in revenue, and our March revenue this year is 10 times that of last year. In terms of our impact so far, we have 34 tutors earning income from teaching with us. We've taught over 1,000 learners, and over 1,000 rural kids have benefited from our rural projects. In 2025, Speaker is sure to be the #1 platform in Africa for Africans to learn, for Anglophones to learn French and vice versa, and the #1 platform worldwide for Black diasporans to learn their native tongue. And at the current growth rate, we are sure to make $75 million in revenue. We currently run a subscription model with our self-produced English and French courses. But once we become a full-fledged platform, we are sure to make 15% commissions from externally created courses and 10% commissions from one-on-one bookings. The team is made up of myself and my co-founder, who is a second-time founder and has run digital campaigns for the likes of Vodafone, MTN, and First Atlantic Bank. He's a marketing guru. And myself, I have over a decade of language teaching experience and have my MA in French education from the University of Arizona. Now is the time, because there's APTA headquartered in Ghana, and the president is leading the move to make French a second official language in the country. And also now more than ever, diasporans are seeking to connect to their roots, and language may be a way they do that. So why don't you join us? Let's get Africa speaking. Thank you.
Brilliant, Etonam. Thank you so much. So questions, judges. Anyone have a question for Etonam?
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Yes, hi, excellent presentation, and I like the problem you are trying to solve, largely because I myself have been from Nigeria, and we trying to learn a couple of languages like over the years, right? But now, as a student, I have a couple of questions around the business model. One is who exactly are you targeting? Are you targeting Africans in Africa or diasporans that want to learn African language? That's my first question. And the second question that I have is what exactly are you? So I could hear like what's the gamification thing that Duolingo does, right? But, my question here, which is largely the problem people are facing with Duolingo, is how they can take these conversations into like all these learnings into their day-to-day lifestyle. So how are you going to do that? What are you going to do differently, right, from this? Then lastly is the market itself, right? How from experience, how much are people willing to pay to learn languages in the market that you are targeting? Is that closer to your price point? That's like.
Okay. All right. So to address your first question, so our target market is twofold. We are targeting Africans on the continent and outside the continent. So we have English courses for Francophones and vice versa. So French courses for Anglophone countries. And then the area we also want to venture into is the major indigenous African languages for the diasporan markets, Black diasporans. So Africans who are not on the continent. So I believe that answers the first question. And the second question, what we are doing to really make this like a lifestyle for learners. So what we are doing differently is that basically with the language apps, they are ineffective, right? Because it's just games you get to play, so you can't speak. So what we are doing is keeping human interaction as the core. And beyond keeping human interactions, the available solutions out there, they do not speak to the African, right? So yeah, things like snow, going to the metro, lifestyle in terms of dressing, in terms of Western world, they don't highlight the African context. So we are bringing this blend, right? Keeping human teachers at the center, providing you with community as well, native speakers and learners together to be practicing, because we believe that practice is key when it comes to language learning, human interaction practice, not only playing games, because that is what will actually get you interacting real life. So that's what Speaker is doing. And how much people are willing to pay. So I'll use this scenario as a way of answering the question. So the global language learning market size is projected to be 25 billion in 2027. And our serviceable addressable market is pegged at 1.5 billion. And what we are going to serve, given that we are going to be the main players or the dominant players, we aim to do 75 million. So that's a lot that people are already spending to be able to project that. And with the module we started with, people were willing to pay. We were actually charging $60 monthly. And we had learners paying that for private sessions. So I believe that is it. And we even have people wanting more hours, and so paying over $100 paid monthly for the courses.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I must say, I love your logo with the parrot and then the two eyes speaking to each other. Really ingenious.
Thank you.
Any more questions, anyone? Okay, Edward.
No, I just want not a question, just actually to just agree to her pitch. I mean, Cameroon has over almost 300 languages, so you can imagine only Cameroon and Nigeria alone, what that be. So if we could have a way of really making it affordable for everyone, then that would be great. It's a great concept, and we look forward to it.
Thank you.
So the next question's from Edward. If you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, just wondering, what traction have you got? We haven't given us any revenues to back yet, but the 75 million, when do you intend to get there?
In 2025. So I mentioned in my presentation that—
A moment, please. It might have escaped me. Okay, to date, year to date, can you give us historical figures and year to date?
Yes. So we've made
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the question. So we've made over $61,000 in revenue since we incorporated in July of 2020. So that's what we've made so far. And in terms of the projection, I earlier mentioned that the global language learning market size is projected to be 25 billion in 2027. And our serviceable addressable market is 1.5 billion. And out of that 1.5 billion, we are targeting 5.8% of that market, which is $75 million by 2025. And I mean, with this being the leaders in the markets, because there's really no homegrown solution dominating the markets that speaks to the African content. And so that's our projection.
So I'll just ask a follow-up question. What are your segments like? What segments who are you targeting specifically?
Yes, so we are targeting individuals, companies, so corporate bodies, and then schools.
Excellent, and they'll all work off this app. Excellent.
Yeah, so what the revenue we have so far is just based on individuals and corporate bodies, which we just launched February this year. So we are really now zooming in on those.
Thank you. Sorry, Gaia, I jumped in there. Please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to interact. Lovely presentation, beautiful colors. Are the ones that distinct you from the others. My question would be more concerned about your investment. You don't need to say what you're generally seeking, but if you get the money, how are you going to spend it? Is it on product development, improving your platform, or marketing and generally everything that goes between your go-to-market strategy? And my additional question would be more, can you elaborate more about your go-to-market strategy? Thank you.
So in response to your first question, what it is we are doing now. Sorry, can you, so I was going to actually respond to the second question. The first question again, it just—
No worries about the order of the questions. Feel free to speak and I will understand the importance of your answer.
Okay,
No
so yeah, so what we'll do in case we get money, yeah, it just popped up in my head. Okay, so we've been doing this so far using third-party tools. So first and most importantly for us is to build out our tech, because that's one way we can really scale and reach the millions of people we want to reach. So it's going to go into building out our tech, and secondly, to accelerate growth, again, to reach the millions we want to reach. And then finally is to build our content bank. So like I was saying, the language solutions out there, they don't speak to the African. I mean, they always have certain context in mind. So we really want to produce original context and content that speaks to the African. Yep, so that responds to the first question. And our go-to-market strategy is threefold. But at the moment, we are focusing on individuals that we've done so far. And this, we continue to reach them online with our online presence. And the second part is corporate bodies, which we just launched in February. So we are targeting companies with industry-specific content. And like I mentioned, AFTA is headquartered now in Ghana and presents the need to be multilingual. So it's really important for companies now to, zoom in on this. And lastly is schools, where we are really putting together a structure where we can have a revenue share agreement with schools. So provide content for schools and then do a revenue share agreement to bring more schools on board.
Great answer. Thank you very much and looking forward to interact.
Thank you, Gaia.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Etonam, Etonam of speaker. We'll move on now back to Mesek. Sorry,
Yes.
Mesek. Let's see. Yes, good, I can see you.
Yes, I think that now it's okay. You can see my screen now.
Excellent. It's come up. Yes, that's
Perfect.
good.
So good morning, everybody. My name is Misek. I'm in Ivory Coast. Unfortunately, I'm not in Ghana because I've been raised here and I've been born here also. So we are present on the Ivorian markets. The app is it's an application, a payment application. It's named Babimo. So basically, what we are doing with Babimo is changing the world. So let's see, first of all, the problem that Africa is facing, because our app is based and is meant for African people. And also, Africa is a great continent with great potentials. We have over 1.3 billion of people present here, but unfortunately, 70% of them are unbanked. And we're also facing a great problem here. It's that foreigners, companies like, for example, Amazon, can't access the African markets, and that is due to payment system, because we don't have a real payment system that can let those big companies enter here in the market. So it's hard for those international companies to penetrate the market. And we also have a lack of system that you can use whenever you go, and that integrate all the payment system that we have, and that are integrated to our realities. Like, I don't know, if you go to Kenya or if you're in Ivory Coast, that's not the same system payment. Even the mobile money companies are different. So that's what we are trying to change now. And that's the solution that we are now giving. We are creating an ecosystem to our realities, the realities of the African market, of the African people. And that's what we are doing now here. And with Babimo, you can simply just connect to the app and you can pay your bills, your ticket. You can you can add money to your wallet just simply by adding your service. Like if you are using M-Pesa, I don't know, even M-Pesa or Orange Money, you can just add those services to your wallet and just add money in it, and you can pay wherever you are on a, for example, Amazon. We are planning to have some partner with those companies. We are also building a place where people can put their money, no matter which services they use. Like, is that what I just say? You don't need to withdraw money with our app. We are in the future. Pay with your phone in one click. That's what we are doing. We are also giving possibilities to e-commerce companies, international companies, to access the emerging market. For example, just here today, with us, we have two companies that are using subscription models. We have Speaker and we have Reflex. Those two companies can also use Babimo to do this, because in Africa we don't have this system of payment. Is that
you have 1 minute?
So that's how Babimo is being profitable. We are just taking 1%. That's all we are taking on all our transactions, taking just 1% of each transaction when you put money in your account. That's all. And that's a part of our application Babimo. That's how it's working. It's going to be launched at the end of this month on the Ivorian market, of course. Here, as you see, you see all your transaction here. You can transfer money to everybody who is using the app. You can put money on your account, of course. Those are the people present on the African market. And thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Yes?
Brilliant. So Gayo has a question. Gayo, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Ian. Mehdi, nice concept. I would like to be short because probably there's other judges who are going to ask you pretty much a lot of questions. Would you elaborate more about your competition? I mean, what differentiates you in terms of your app from the others? Because I've been to many events and there's a lot of payment applications that provides a lot of remedies for the people who are business people and generally. But I saw that you also have the business to business segment, which is pretty interesting. So can you elaborate what you're generally trying to encompass in terms of market, what segments, I mean, about your segmentation, and plus, can you tell us a bit, what value did you got from completing your incubation program within the Orange Fab? Is it financial support, guidance in terms of product development, as well as any type of mentorship of any kind?
Okay, perfect. So what we are using first about the segment and what differentiates me about other companies or other competitors is like basically we are present on the market. We are not like the other app. For example, if you go to a restaurant or the supermarket, we are present there. You can just pay with our app. Like it's super easy, super facilities, and there is no complication. So the point that is positive is that we are present on the market. The other are just present on the internet with the website and the e-commerce shop. That's the differentiation. So we have more like we'll say marketing. We are like more present than the others. So because the final vision of Babimo is to be present in all Africa.
So you have a higher demand than the need. Yeah,
yes, exactly.
That's great. That's
exactly,
great.
yes.
That's great.
And for the second question, can you remind me, please?
The second question was about your. I mean, you already pretty much said it as far as the competitors and what differentiates you among them was about the incubation program. You graduated from Orange Fab. What kind of what they brought on the table in terms of financial support? Is it financial support? Is it product development guidance or any kind of mentorship of setting the business?
So for Orange Fab, I just started like a week ago, and there is no financial support. They are just giving me mentorship about the application. They are just giving me some tips, some advice, how I can do things, and that's it. But there is no financial support for Orange Fab.
Are they helping you to preparing for the pitching events? You know, the way how? No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Thank
you. Yeah. Thank you very much. I see. And additionally, would like to know about funding. How far you have funded your project? Was it self-funded, or did you have some angelic investment support?
No, it's from the beginning self-funded. There is no investor for the moment. I'm the only one on the board.
Thank you. Good presentation, and looking forward to interact. All the best.
Thank you. There is no problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We've run out of time for Babimo. We'll have to move on to the next one, I'm afraid. Shall we have Louis Menu come on to the screen, please? Louis.
Yes, Louis is here. Putting on my my camera.
And tell us what your company is, please.
Okay, great. I'm sharing my screen in a bit.
Yeah, it's great. Sharing. We can see your desktop.
You can see.
Excellent.
Okay, super. Okay.
So what's your company?
My company is Yflix.
Yflix,
together with my partner Bright on the call. Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Louis Manu with my partner Bright on the call. We co-founded Yflix, a subscription video on demand and live streaming platform. So premium content accessibility and consumption has progressed over the past few years, but that has not been the same case in Africa. And these are the issues: centralized access to content, high cost of internet and streaming of content in Africa, unavailability of localized content or payment gateway in the region, and the valued content from local filmmakers, which is one big issue. Low or no monetization of our local content on bigger platforms. For this, Wifeless comes in to solve these issues by creating or localizing all our platforms or all our content on one centralized platform with over 30,000 hours of content and 10 live streaming channels spread across Africa, with a bold agenda to democratize content in Africa at an affordable price point, with data backing from telcos. Through this, we've been able to integrate our platform through telcos in Africa, especially in Ghana, Nigeria, and Kenya, with MTN, Vodafone, and Safaricom, with backed sponsored data and allowing customers to subscribe at any manner through any payment facilitator, even with direct carrier billing as they want. Over the past 14 months as we launched, our journey has been phenomenal. We have acquired over 260,000 customers with 34% activity rate, with an average rate of about 9% subscription rate. And then we've actually amassed over 1 million subscriptions as of March this year. Our Q1 growth has been really phenomenal, 51% growth in revenue. And with this, we are set to make an average or about $984,000 by the end of this year. And that is a 703% growth over our revenues for last year. The opportunity in Africa is huge. Our addressable target market, or say our serviceable target market, spans from 227 million customers, and we plan a target of 103 million target market out of that, which we are looking at getting around 6.2 million customers in the next 3 years. That is our main focus and our main target. The opportunity doesn't stop with just recruiting customers. It is huge for us, as we've executed an exciting plan to set up a Dolby-powered studio to be able to house a content-free post-production hub in West Africa to generate over 150 Wifelix original titles in the next 3 years, with our lead series about to be aired June this year.
You have 1 minute.
We have backed deals with companies like Warner Media and the rest. Wifelix is a mixed up of teams with backgrounds from telecom, technology, media tech, of which we all together have over 15 years of experience span across Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, the Netherlands, Germany, UK, and India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Louis. That was nice, and words fail me. That was nice and short, basically.
Thank you.
Gaio, please go ahead. You had your hand raised.
Thank you. If there's any other judge who wanted to go before me, because I already have asked many questions. Okay, then I'm going to.
I see Sarah's hand up.
Give Sarah the opportunity, then I'm going to ask at the end.
Okay.
Thank you. Mine is a brief one. Thank you so much for that presentation and for the whole idea. I would like to know what is your plan in terms of content ownership? Do you envision how do you plan to manage that part of the patent or the ownership? Are you going to generate maybe I don't want to push answers, but how are you going to really, or how do you plan to manage that?
So with respect to content, one of the main issues for some of the streaming platforms out there is content acquisition. We've couched out a revenue sharing opportunity with us and content partners. Currently, with the likes of Warner Media and others, we've been able to bake a deal with revenue share where they can put out their content on our platform, where we split revenue accordingly with them. And we split accordingly as 70-30 in our favor, especially also with most of the localized content partners in Africa. Currently, we have over 900 content partners, especially spread across between Ghana and Nigeria. These are young people that have created massive content, but they are not able to put it on big streaming platforms as well. With the exception of that, we've created a hub in Ghana, which is Dolby powered. We have a partnership with Dolby, where basically we are moving into a post-production hub where content generated in Africa can actually pass through there for free in terms of that, so that we will be able to generate Wifelix originals out of that pushed onto our platform. We've currently are in post-production of one of our content called Leaked, which is about to air within the next 2 months on Yflix exclusively. So we started generating our own content, but we have a bigger plan where we created a hub where everybody's content goes through our platform for free for editing, post-production, where as part of the exclusivity, it lands on our platform before it goes on other platforms as well.
Brilliant, Lewis. Gaio, would you like to go ahead with your question?
Yes, Louis, stellar presentation, top-notch pitching, on par with the UK and the US pitchers. And you, of course, you have a great product. I mean, really complex, interesting tech development is really serious. Would you like to elaborate more about your application? What is left to be updated to improve, some kind of a roadmap that would guide us on your product evolution in the next 3 to 5 years? Of course, with this financial support, because you're probably going to raise to come to the Series A and move on from that moment. Additionally, when you elaborate this question, can you get back to your financials and elaborate some kind of a stream path, what is going to happen and why this financial forecast is going to happen?
Okay, so so over the past few years, we've actually developed. I think we started just around 2.5 years ago, developing this from our bedrooms whilst working for other companies as well. We have a very strict roadmap because we are a new player, and as a new player, you need to also be in par with other bigger players as well. So we've made sure as part of our roadmap, we have every single feature with respect to usability. So people being able to have features like continue watching, proper recommendation. We have a first level recommendation. We are looking at building the next level recommendation. We looked at especially recommendation analytics and others. We looked at that in a specific way because we think a platform in Africa behaves differently. The country economic factors around Africa is completely different, and that we should have a different sort of recommendation that would feed localized inputs. So things happening on social media, things happening in the government that would influence the kind of content that people are supposed to see. We are looking at big innovations with Dolby. As I said, we're currently Dolby powered. We're going to announce that next month. Our platform is fully supported from Dolby 5.1, which is highly rated. And I think in Africa, it's only Disney that we know they are launching next month. Those are the people that could only have Dolby powered. We will be the first African company to be Dolby powered. That is also part of our roadmap. As part of our roadmap, we are just not looking at the app itself. We are looking at the ecosystem in general. So the ecosystem of being able to generate your own content and the ecosystem of being able to upload your content without issues, like the way Spotify is doing in the music industry. So we've actually applied the same thing in our industry to help boost content creation and content generation and monetization in Africa. So to say, we have a lot of features that we've planned, different sections of, I would say, localized collections. I'm using some key streaming terms here, but I think we would all get it. When you go on Disney or any other platform sometimes, or even so to say on Apple TV Plus, you'd actually see different sections that comes with video backgrounds and others. We have all those, but we have roadmap of improving them to create more usability. Because the more people get recommended and see most of these features, the more it increase usability on our platform. And that is how come that's where we see us. We're looking at more telco integrations as part of our product roadmap because we go through telcos in Africa. We are looking at Vodacom South Africa by June. Also, at the same time, we're relaunching in Kenya with Safaricom again with a commercial proposition. That's also part of our roadmap. And on top of that, we are looking at Vodacom in Tanzania, and also and also Airtel in Tanzania as well. So those are basically the roadmap. In terms of financials, over the past 1 year, we've been able to acquire, or I would say by the end of last year, we had a gross revenue of $140,000. We are looking at somewhere a little over $900,000 by the end of this year. We haven't done this organically. Obviously, we received investments from other investment houses, but we're looking at planning this specifically for the next 3 years, going in for a next raise to be able to help ramp up our platform and bring us to the net to the level where customers will be very happy about, and to the level where we will be able to also penetrate the market in Africa, especially looking at Nigeria as a key market, because we have over 68% of our target in there as well. The market is quite huge.
Thank you very much. Great answer. I'm satisfied, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lewis. We've run out of time for any more questions for you. Looking on my screen here, we have Tribesman Games. Is anyone from Tribesman Games here? No, they didn't turn up. Okay, so the next one is Amaraba Rentals.
Yes, I'm here.
Amaraba Rentals?
Yes.
Excellent. So can you start your screen and set your presentation up, please?
Okay.
Brilliant. We can see your screen.
Good afternoon. My name is Hamidou. I'm from
Hamidou, can you put yourself in presentation mode?
I should put myself on the presentation.
I mean, put your slides in presentation mode.
Wow. I'm currently finding it difficult, small. So please pardon me.
Okay.
Can you click on the top down button down there next to the minus sign on the left?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks,
that one.
McKevin.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. My name is Hamidou Rukaya. I'm from Ghana, Tamale to be precise. Amaraba is a business that we are looking into decoration and that of rental services. We identify the problem that anytime there are social gatherings, when you go to the social gatherings, the background of the social gatherings does not have beautiful decorations, and sometimes due to the lack of beautiful decoration, it's difficult to identify the location or the occasion that you are about to attend. And also sometimes you go and then there are lack of furniture and then tables for you to make you comfortable during the gathering. So we look at it in that aspect to develop the idea of what going to decoration and then rentals of chairs and tables. The solutions that we have looked at is to develop beautiful and then professional decor. And then aside that, we also look at event planning and that of delivery services, so that anytime you are looking for our service, we deliver it to your doorstep. So instead of you moving up and down, looking for someone who will come and do it for you. Our proposition values are timely. Looking at our competitors, sometimes you call them, they will tell you that today I'm coming, but they won't be able to come. They will tell you, wait for me, I'll come. Meanwhile, he or she is having different things to do elsewhere. So we are taking it upon ourselves that we will deliver our service timely, and then our customer service too should also be brief and also be in such a way that our customers will reach to us at any point in time they are in need of our service. These are pictures of our products. And then also, this is a business model canvas, which every business or entrepreneur will need to guide him or her go through or to penetrate through the market successfully, so that with your key values and value proposition, you'll be able to penetrate through your competitors without any challenge. These are also pictures of our products. This is also another picture of our products. And then these are our target market. We look at event organizers, wedding grounds, naming ceremonies, schools, political rallies, religious groups, parties, and restaurants are our target market. Where you can have access to and how we also get access to our customers. We are going to use the social media handles, word of mouth, and also whoever walks to us in our store or our shop center will also have our access. These are our competitors, some and not all. You have just few of them. Sorry, my cost structure is in Ghana cedis. I didn't look at the thing very well, so sorry.
That's
I didn't put
totally
it in.
fine. Don't worry, it's good.
So these are our cost structures. And when you look at our revenue streams, through the rentals, we may be able to make 2,500 per month, and through the decoration, we'll be able to make 2,000 per month. And the team for now, I'm the only member for the team, because for now, since we are just a startup, adding other people might bring extra costs, which we don't have any investor for now. So for now, I'm managing it for alone. Maybe future, I'll add others to that. And there are others that I'm also thinking of training, so that anytime I thought that I'm stepping out, they will step in for me, and they can also make a living out of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamidu. That was good. So since you don't have staff, how do you get your things out to markets when you have orders?
Yes, I don't have permanent staff, but I have others that work with me temporarily. Anytime I call on them, they assist me to do that, so that after that, it's just a contract base. We'll set up each other, and then they are free to go. And of course, the business is in such a way that all the time, even though they need our service, but there are certain months that our services are always done. And if I keep them with me permanently, they may demand their salaries or wages. And for now, since we are a startup, it's difficult to make money. So that is why I'm still managing it. But I have others. I have about four people, 4 ladies, and then 4 gentlemen, in addition to myself, who are assisting me to do that.
Thank you. Does anyone else have some questions? Thank you, Kevin. Go ahead, please.
I'd like to, first of all, congratulate you for that initiative. I've been to Ghana a few times. And yeah, you're right. I think that the services from an event perspective needs to be optimized, which you're trying to do. But I think that when we talk from an investment perspective, when we talk of a team, it's not just about it's about decision making. It's about idea to actually grow or scale your business. Actually making sure that certain things are covered, because you can't know everything as much as you are the visionary behind it. And it doesn't usually have to be someone that you have to pay. What about someone that you can collaborate with? You can see we heard the other startup saying that they've partnered with this, they've partnered with that, they've partnered with that. Part of those partners could also form part of a team. So someone that have who is passionate, you already have almost everything, but you need someone who is passionate, who like marketing, who is trying to run their marketing business, and you say, okay, join me, let's partner, or let's be a co-founder on this so we can spread the message. Because right now, I think that's one of those things that investors look at. You may have this brilliant idea, but if you do not have the right team to execute this idea, people will find it very difficult to invest their money. So go out there, look for someone who has a skill that you don't have, or either it's a marketing or it's a business development. You can bring them bring them in to help to actually partner or co-found, become a co-founder. You could also look at a developer who can actually help you to develop an app for you, so you can at least use get to many people as you can, because everyone uses a cell phone. Right? Most people use a cell phone right now. If they don't have a cell phone, people go to the internet. So you can find a developer to say, a web developer to say, join me, be my co-founder, just so that we can take this initiative to the next level through you developing us an app. So we need to, that is some of the conversation you need to have. And that's why it's always from an investment perspective, always advisable that you have at least a co-founder. But otherwise you have a brilliant, you have a, you are solving a real solution, and also your solution can also go beyond Ghana. I think you should look at it deeply, who you can bring on and who you can work with. Otherwise, your solution is quite needed.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you. Much appreciated your view.
So just a short interjection. Judges, please make sure you've cast your votes for the different startups. We'll be wrapping up soon. We have Edward Otu who wants to ask a question. So Edward, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon, my dear lady.
Good afternoon, sir.
There's quick rapid questions. Do you have a registered company?
Yes.
Is it limited liability?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long have you been operating?
For 1 year now.
Do you have audited accounts?
Yes, I have an account, but the account is in my name, even though I don't.
No. Listen, I said you have audited accounts, not bank accounts.
Okay, no, sir, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So any more questions for Amaraba Rentals?
Let me just step in again. Looking at, it's not really a question, is listening to the question they are asking you. I mean, our organization really help entrepreneurs to be investment ready. So I would do this. I'm telling you this from that point. You need to make sure that you have a bank account for that for your business, not under your name. Your company must be registered. You must have a bank account for that company. Even if you are not audited right now because you don't have it, but you need to have a bank account. You need to prove that people can pay money. It will go through that account so that they can be able to audit you, and so that the money that you are looking for, that one need to invest in, they can actually trace to know that these are the things that you said you want to do with the money, and you are actually doing it. That is one of the first things that you need to do after this conversation.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right.
Good. Hamidou, thank you so much. We're going to move on now to the last company, Top Studio Global. Top Studio Global. And I'll call out again, Tribesmen Games. Okay, I think that those two didn't make it to today. So in that case, we're gonna have to tally up the marks of the judges. Judges, please go ahead and finish off.
Hello.
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 Yes.
Please do not be mentioned, Francis.
Francis.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Francis.
sorry, Francis Ofosu Korbia.
Yes, please.
Apologies. You can go ahead. Can you put your camera on? And then you can go into screen mode. Sorry about that.
No problem, sir. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Do you have slides for us to show?
No, sir. For now, I will not be able to show slides, but on another occasion or maybe after this, I could make arrangements and get information to the judges or to Unicorn.
Okay, please go ahead.
My name is Francis Ofosu-Kobia, and I want to start my presentation with a question. And the question is, can life and business survive on a dying earth? We are all sitting on a time bomb. So I'm very happy to be in front of you this afternoon. In Ghana, we are in the afternoon. Then at the same time, my heart too is beating, not because the whole world is facing a war, not weapons and guns. We are facing a serious problem. We have environmental war, and if care is not taken, all of us will die, leaving our businesses, anything that we have on land. So my business is in India. That is an agroforestry. We want to save the environment for the environment to save us. So myself and I have 9-member team. All of them are graduates from different professional background, banking, academia, and stuff. And we are going to plant 5 million trees in 5 years, 5/5. And that 5 million trees is not just any other tree like it has been happening in Ghana, but we are going to do economic trees, which has 3 reasons. First one, to mitigate the climate change, then to green the environment, then to create employment for single mothers, widows, and youth in Ghana who are unemployed, especially in socially disadvantaged communities and rural areas. So that community that we are going to plant within the next 5 years is women who will be doing nursery, the planting, and the care. I will say my employment or the population, about 90% will be women and youth who are in the rural areas. And this is how our operations will be. When we get a funding, the fund will be used for nursing the seedlings, then planting and care for plants. And for the first 5 years, we have 3 products. First one is coconut, second one is teak, and the third one is cashew. The coconut timeline is 3 to 4 years. It will start producing. We are planting 2.5 million coconut trees in Ghana. Already have the land in abundance. It's not a problem. I have the team.
Francis, you have 1 minute.
I have the people, institutions, government institutions, and private companies that are helping us to do this plantation. And we, like I said, the third reason is to generate revenue. Since we are going to put investment in the business, we need to get something to pay our investors, and to will be helping us do this project to save our land, save our environment, then save life. The SDG that we are focusing on is SDG 13, number 2, 1, and 15. Thank you very much for listening to me this afternoon from Ghana.
Thank you so much, Francis. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Sorry, can you mention your SDGs you're solving and let us know exactly which, just for note's sake?
SDG 13, that is climate action.
Climate action, okay.
Yes, sir. And number 2, hunger. We are going to create employment for women. And because we are going to do agroforestry, they are going to have to eat. And also gender inequalities. We realize that most of our women in the rural areas in Ghana are lacking a lot of things in employment, and that can whole lot of problems. So we are going to use this opportunity to help them out.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Does anyone have a question for Francis?
I don't know.
Go ahead, Edward.
I really didn't get the head or tail of what you came to sell. I don't know. I'm not the white side. I don't know if it's a question too. Oh.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I said I really didn't get the head or tail of his presentation. If he had something to sell or this, I'm not the white side. Just say. It's not a question too. All right.
Thanks for the comment, Edward. Any other questions? Anyone else? Okay, so I think we've exhausted the startups, and so we will pause for a moment whilst the tally is sorted out and presented, and we'll have the winners for you in a short while. So kindly hold on whilst we have the information tallied up. Okay, it looks like something's coming through. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay, so we'll start with third place. Can you all hear me? Yes, I'm on. I am on. Yes. We'll start with third place. We have Speaker. Congratulations, Speaker, on taking the third position. Number 2 is Shopper, taking the second position. And number 1 is Yflix. Congratulations, Yflix.
Thank you.
Give you a round of applause.
Congratulations to the winners and the runner-ups as well.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank
It's
you.
been a great. You guys are doing some amazing work in the continent. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
I think it would be nice that we should try and connect with all the investors that you guys have. I think it's advisable. You try and get their LinkedIn, or you share your LinkedIn in the group overnight, just so everyone could reach you in case online.
Excellent. And so Yflix will end up going to the Unicorn Battle for MENA, Middle East and North Africa on the 2nd of June, 2022. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And so that brings us to the end of the pitch session. There'll be networking and just introductions and so on as for a short while before the portal is closed. So feel free to reach out to people you want to contact via the chat box. And thank you. This has been good. And this is me, Ian Zida, from Chanzo Capital in Accra. And it's been great hosting you on this pitch session. Thank you.
Guys, looking forward to interact to the next one. And for the ones who made it to this event, Luis, all the best. And all the best on the regionals. And hopefully you're going to do the same as here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Congrats, Luis.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Thanks.